In Illinois, Rent Park for the start of the 2022 Colt World Series. I'm Dave McKenzie, going to be joined by Danny Vallier coming up in just a few minutes as we are starting this edition of the Colt World Series, the fifth year that the Colt World Series has been held here in Marion, and this is game number one of the tournament. There's been a change, if you've been following along. The team from Dominican Republic had travel issues getting to Southern Illinois, and so they have had to withdraw from this Colt World Series. And there was a game originally scheduled for this morning at 9 o'clock that would have featured, a game that would have started at 9 o'clock this morning, but the way the forfeits go, Japan is the automatic winner. That's who Dominican Danny would have faced in that first game, but the forfeit rules is a 7-0 win for Japan, so they advance on.
Yeah, so Japan from Saga Japan, and honestly that's good for Japan because they probably traveled the furthest out of any of these countries, arguably. Of course, we have the team from Germany, and of course, unfortunately, the team from the Dominican Republic, as you mentioned, could not be here. But Saga Japan, they had quite a journey to get here. They got here late last night, so that might be beneficial for Japan just to have that extra day of rest. It's getting ready for Harlingen, Texas in Game 7. That'll be tomorrow afternoon at 3. But as you mentioned, Dave, Game 1 right here, Greensboro, North Carolina versus Aroma Park, Illinois. The Nuscatomic, the North Zone versus the East Zone champions.
Aroma Park is the home team in this ball game. Greensboro, North Carolina returning. Both these teams competed last year in this Colt World Series, and we'll get the lineups started and the defense set as we are getting underway here at 12:15 on a Friday. We are so glad to have you joining us here on our live stream for this edition of the Colt World Series. The first pitch from Byron Sumrall is outside for ball one. At the plate for Greensboro, it's the starting pitcher, Wesley Cluess, wears number 7, bats from the right side, looking at the 1-0 pitch, and he fouls this one straight back. Catcher Hunter Wilson comes back, gives it a look for Aroma Park, but it's out of play, evens the count at 1-1. A beautiful weather scenario for this tournament as we start off this weekend.
You know, quite the opposite of what we had last night. We were supposed to have the skills competition last night, but the rain rolled in, had to delay it till 8 a.m. this morning, but nonetheless, a beautiful Friday.
Yes, it's a beautiful day here at Rent 1. 1-1 count, pitch is a little bit low and inside, 2-1 from Byron Sumrall. Defensively behind Byron, in left field you have Byron Wills. In center field, Jackson Shelton. Right field has Xander McPhail. A swing and a miss from Wesley Cluess evens the count once again 2-2. On the infield, Rosario Gustali at third, Clay Gadboy at short, Nate Weber at second, Ty Alderson at first, Hunter Wilson doing the catching. Here is Sumrall's pitch. It's chopper toward third, going to be fielded by Gustali. The throw across is not in time as Wesley Cluess starts things off with the single for the East Zone Greensboro, North Carolina squad.
Yeah, Wesley Cluess busting it out of the box, and it was a really slow roller over to the third base side. It looked like it was going to be either Gadbois or Gustali's ball. Gustali swallowed it up, but the throw just not in time. So Greensboro off with the first base runner of this Colt World Series.
Angel Mora batting number 2 in the lineup. On deck is Jackson Jones, and then hitting cleanup for North Carolina is Ian McMillan as Cluess takes his lead. Pitches off the plate for ball 1. Outfield playing straight away. A little bit of a gap toward left center field. Infield is back for the double play for Aroma Park. Second pitch is bunted, and it's good bunt as the pitcher comes over and makes a play on it. Sumrall, but lost his footing, got the throw off to first, just not in time. And so now for North Carolina, the first 2 batters are on base, and that's going to bring up Jackson Jones.
And that's a tough play for the infielders there because the bunt was put so perfectly in that triangle between the pitcher, catcher, and first. It looked like it could have been the catcher's ball, but obviously the pitcher felt that he had to take control of that, but unfortunately for them, Greensboro got another runner on.
So nobody out with 2 on here to start the top of the first inning for Greensboro. Squaring to bunt, but pulling back and taking a ball is Jackson Jones, the center fielder. Jackson wears number 12. Runner at first is Angel Mora. Runner at second, Wesley Cluis. So Carolina has something brewing here early in this ball game.
And North Carolina, here Greensboro returning 5 players from last year's squad that came to the Colt World Series. Jackson Jones is one of them. Has one of the prettiest swings I've ever seen.
They were a strong ball team last year. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Brian Summerall, the pitcher, throws this one a little bit low, and Cluis is able to steal third on the pitch.
Yeah, good deke by Jackson Jones. He was showing bunt really late. That drew the third baseman in, and that kind of caught the shortstop off guard. That allowed the runner at second to advance to third. So runners at the corners and a chance for Greensboro to get the first run of this game.
Jackson Jones bats from the left side, lines this one on the ground into right field. First run of the game comes across for Cluis. And North Carolina, Greensboro has taken the 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Jackson Jones. The runner in Mora advances to third on the hits.
So 3 straight hits for the Greensboro Green. Just a screamer past the glove over at first base of Ty Alderson. It was a hot shot. It would have been a really great play if we would have got to it, but it was just hit really hard.
Yeah, 1 hop the first baseman right underneath the glove, and now runners at the corner with nobody out. 1-0. Greensboro, North Carolina leads it. And at the plate, the number 4 hitter batting cleanup, Ian McMillan. He's at short. He wears number 8. Bats from the right side. So Summerall in trouble here in the first. Pitch is lined toward left. It's going to hop in for a base hit, allowing the second run of the game to score in Mora. And 4 consecutive base hits to start this game for Greensboro, North Carolina. They have come into this game, and they mean business right from the get-go.
And they have a wealth of experience. You know, as we said, 5 returning players, and in fact, those 2 that just knocked in the runs, Jones and McMillan, both returning players from last year. And we have to mention, this is the 29th time Greensboro has been in the Colt World Series. Rich tradition.
They're veterans.
Yes.
They're veterans, like the Yankees of the Pony League. Bunt down the first base line. Great bunt, moves the runners up, and the sacrifice by Quinn Wolford is good. And the putout goes first from pitcher to first, 1-3 on the putout. That's the first out here, but the runners now have advanced to second and third, and it's going to bring up first baseman Joaquin Gordon for Greensboro, North Carolina. 2-0 Greensboro lead, and this offense is rolling early.
Yeah, they're playing small ball, too. 4 straight singles to start off, and then that sacrifice hit. Really relying on that small ball, not trying to do too much with it, just trying to go with the pitch.
Byron Summerall, his first pitch to Joaquin Gordon outside for a ball. You have to wonder if nerves are a part of that for Summerall. Swing and a miss. Foul tipped it at the plate.
And these 2 teams are well rested. They were among the first teams to arrive at this tournament, so they're ready to go.
They should be. They're 15, 16 years old. I need a nap already.
Sometimes that travel can get to you, even if you're 16.
1-1 pitch from Summerall is off the plate for a ball, 2-1. Outfield once again. Straight away, a little deep here at Rent One Park. The dimensions at Rent One, 320 down the left field line, 400 straightaway center, and 330 toward right as the ball gets away from the catcher. Here comes the runner from third, not in time. He scores after the head first slide, as it was Jones that scores the third run for Greensboro, North Carolina. And at second, McMillan advances on the play at the plate. So with a runner at third and 1 out, Greensboro's jumped out to a 3-0 lead here in Game 1 of this Colt World Series.
It was actually a closer play than I expected because the ball didn't roll that far, and it was almost a bang-bang play. He got to the plate right as the ball got there, but he beat the ball.
Foul tipped at the plate by Joaquin Gordon. Gordon, the first baseman for Greensboro, North Carolina. He goes to Chatham Central High School. Gordon looks at the pitch, drives it right back up the middle, base hit. And run number 4 for Greensboro scores after the RBI single now from Joaquin Gordon.
Again, small ball, just looking for a pitch to adjust to, and a really good job by Gordon to take that pitch. Looked like it was coming in, but he found a way to just stay with it and bring it up the middle, and another run for the Green.
Hunter Wilson, the catcher for Aroma Park, out to talk to his pitcher as they have a conversation.
Yeah, I looked up Aroma Park. It's actually in southeast Kankakee, a very small town right on the Kankakee River. Population 742, but hey, they play ball like a big city team. They have been to this Colt World Series now the second year in a row as North Zone champions.
Yep. About 4 miles from beautiful downtown Kankakee, Illinois. Batting now for Greensboro is right fielder Jordan Saunders. The throw back to second on the steal from Joaquin Gordon, not in time. Saunders, the right fielder, wears number 5, bats from the right side, swings through and misses on the pitch, evens the count, or runs the count now 0-2.
I feel like that was the first big cut that Greensboro has taken in this inning. They've all just been really relaxed.
Yeah. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Curve ball, strike 3 from Summerall. That could boost his confidence right there. Nice pitch from Byron Summerall on the big curve. And that's out number 2 now for Greensboro as the number 8 hitter, and Connor Smith steps into the plate.
And that has to feel good for the pitcher. I mean, the first few batters, they had no problem against him. And, then you got the out from the sacrifice. So this was just a really good, like you said, a booster for the pitcher.
Summerall's pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Connor Smith is the catcher for Greensboro, North Carolina. Wears number 9, hits from the right side. Winds are calm here at Rent One Park. Chopper, left side, third baseman Guastalo boots it, gets away from him. The run scores. So now that's going to be an error, in the first error on Aroma Park, as Smith is able to reach on the fielding error from third baseman Rosario Guastali.
So that'll go down as an E5.
Courtesy running at first base, number 18, Gabe Oberg. Now batting for Greensboro.
Kenny Minor on the PA here at Rent One Park, as you heard Eli Kramer. Gabe Oberg is the courtesy runner for North Carolina. At the plate, Nate Billings. The throw down on the steal attempt is in time. It was Nate Billings that went tumbling into second as they get the tag. And the third out here in this first inning of the opening game of the 2022 Colt World Series. Greensboro, North Carolina leads at 4-0. Aroma Park coming to the plate for the first time. You are watching the 2022 Colt World Series from Rent One Park. Welcome back to Rent One Park. I'm Dave McKenzie. Danny Vallier here with me. Hey, thanks for joining me, man.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. Of course, it's the Colt World Series. Why would I want to miss an event like this?
Yeah, exactly. And a big event, and we've got to go through the defensive lineup for Aroma Park, but we didn't get to mention the umpires.
Yeah, of course, they have their due diligence, right? Home plate umpire Jeff Cross over at first base, Alan Jones over at second, Dave Holder, and running the hot corner at third base, John Allen.
North Carolina from Greensboro, they jump out to a 5-0 lead there in the first. Aroma Park comes to the plate for the first time here in this game. It'll be Nate Weber, Jackson Shelton, and then Clay Gadboy to lead things off. If anybody gets on, Ty Alderson. Nate Weber, the second baseman for Aroma Park to lead off. Where's number 3? And bats from the right side. Aroma Park in the white jerseys with the white stripe down the side. Greensboro, North Carolina, of course, would be wearing green.
No other color.
It's kind of in the name. And foul back. Count now 2 balls and 1 strike to Nate Weber. Defensively, behind the pitcher Wesley Cluess, who's on the mound for Greensboro, the right-hander, has Nate Billings in left, Jackson Jones in center, Jordan Saunders in right. On the infield, Quinn Wolford at third, Ian McMillan at short, Angel Moore at second, Joaquin Gordon at first, and then Connor Smith doing the catching. Wesley Cluess, the pitcher, and walks the first batter for Aroma Park in Nate Weber. And so the first runner, the first batter, reaches base on the walk from the pitcher, Wesley Cluess.
And if you're interested, 330 down the right field line, 320 down the left field line, 400 to dead center, 392 to left center, the power alley, and the right center field alley is 375.
Takes a poke to get it out of here.
Yeah, it does.
Swing and a miss from Jackson Shelton. Shelton, left fielder for Aroma Park in the 2-hole. Where's number 17? He also bats from the right side as Wesley Cluess looks in, gets the sign. The 0-1 pitch from Cluess. Fouled back, out of play. Oh. Center fielder.
Hey, these C's look like F's on here.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
We'll have to talk to.
I caught that earlier.
We'll have to talk to Perry Wright after the game.
Penmanship lessons. Do they even teach penmanship anymore?
Hey, who knows? I haven't seen cursive since I was in second grade.
The 0-2, swing and a miss and a strikeout for Cluess, but they got the runner picked off at first. Throw down, in time, double play. Nice job defensively by Connor Smith. The strikeout of Jackson Shelton. And then the catcher, Connor Smith, throws down to Joaquin Gordon as Nate Weber is picked off on the steal attempt. And double play. That'll raise your pitcher's mental health to start the game off.
And, you know, it's kind of what assistant coach Jeremiah Gadbois was telling me yesterday. Hunter Wilson behind the plate has or I should say the catcher for Greensboro has a cannon, Connor Smith. So not surprising to see him pull off, especially because the runner was way off of first during that strikeout.
Clay Gadboy is the batter at the plate. The shortstop wears number 5. And he swings it second pitch, evens the count 1-1. Here is that pitch, gets away from the catcher, rolls to the backstop. 2-1 now. 5-0 is our score. Greensboro, North Carolina scores 5 in the first. And Nate Weber reached to start things off for Aroma Park, but he gets caught on the steal attempt, and a swing and a miss from Gadboy evens the count 2-2.
And I think he was I don't even think he was trying to steal. I think he was just caught in no man's land out there at
Exactly.
first.
The quick throw from Connor Smith. This ball is toward the gap in right, floating over and making the catch, Jordan Saunders, for the third and final out here in the bottom of the first inning. So it's 5-0. Greensboro, North Carolina leads Aroma Park, Illinois, here at the Colt World Series at Rent One Park in Marion, Illinois. We head to the top of the second inning. It'll be Greensboro, North Carolina coming to the plate. It's going to be the number 9 hitter leading off. It's going to be Nate Billings. Should be Billings, number 2. Nate Billings is the batter, as he was at the plate on the putout.
Correction. Batting for Greensboro, number 2.
It'll be Nate Billings, then back to the top of the order, Wesley Cluis and Angel Morris.
Yeah, he was the 9th man up in that first inning. 8 batters for Greensboro came up, 5 scored. Billings was at the plate when Connor Smith got caught stealing. That ended the first inning, so Billings leading off this second in the very bottom of the lineup.
Looks out. Starting pitcher Byron Summerall and takes ball number 3. This is the first game. Of course, Dominican Republic not able to make it to the tournament, so they kind of shifted the schedule around.
Yeah.
There will be 3 games today as a strike from Summerall catches the outside corner. It's 3-1 now. So there will be a 3 o'clock game this afternoon that will feature Mexico against Germany. And then coming up, the final game of the day, Game 4, 8 o'clock tonight, we'll have Covina, California, the West Zone champion, facing the squad from Southern Illinois, as this ball is foul and out of play to the right.
You know, interesting thing about Mexico and Germany, each team having players put on a show in the skills competition this morning. They one of Germany's players won the fastest player of the Colt League World Series, and one of Mexico's players won the home run derby.
Yeah, and those winners will be announced coming up a little bit later as Nate Billings coaxes a walk here to start things off for North Carolina in the top of the second inning.
And, you know, when I was talking to to the manager, Adam Gunn, yesterday about Greensboro, one of the things that he wanted his team to do was to take more pitches, be more patient at the plate. They had a 3-game set against Pennsylvania last weekend that was the series that got them here, and they had to be forced to a 3-game set. They just could not throw strikes, and they couldn't work the count. Right now, they're doing a great job at working the count and waiting for their pitch.
As Nate Billings takes off on the pitch, the ball to Wesley Cluis. Wesley led off the game with a single, and now the stolen base by Nate Billings puts him in scoring position at second base.
Yeah, they've been playing a lot of small ball today. The second stolen base for Greensboro.
1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out.
You know, in today's game, there's focus on dingers, but you could still play the small ball.
Yeah, but in this ballpark, there's not going to be a lot of dingers. This one's lifted behind the bag at second, coming over from short. Gadboy's there to make the catch. And that is the first out of this second inning.
Yeah, Billings tripped up over near second, but was close enough back to the bag that he didn't have to worry about any tag out or anything.
Angel Mora, the batter for Greensboro, North Carolina. He singled his first time up, scored, and he hits from the right side. Byron Summerall, the left-hander, deals ground ball toward third, past the third baseman, down the line into third. Coming around from second is going to be Nate Billings, who scores the 6th run of the game for Greensboro, North Carolina. The RBI single from Angel Mora. And he gets on the RBI chart.
Yeah, now Mora 2 for 2 tonight. Knocks in a run in addition to scoring a run in that first inning. Big first couple innings for Greensboro, really staying aggressive and patient.
Jackson Jones digs in from the left side. He had a single his first time up. Of course, Greensboro had 4 consecutive base hits in the top of the first to start off this game. They lead it now 6-0, and if you're asking early, is there a 10-run rule? Yes, there is, after 5. Summerall, the pitcher, the left-hander, deals his pitch, driven in the air towards center. Going back on it, Jackson Shelton is there, makes the catch for out number 2 on the long fly ball by Jackson Jones for the second out, and now Ian McMillan.
Yeah, Jackson flying out to his counterpart, Jackson.
Yeah.
Pair of center fielders named Jackson. And Jackson Shelton had that played really perfectly. I thought he was going to have to go back a little bit, but he was played just well.
Yeah, off the bat, I thought he was going to carry further.
Yeah.
2 steps back and makes the catch. So Ian McMillan, who had an RBI. They got the runner picked off at first again. The throw not in time is actually off the mark as the shortstop, Ganboy, couldn't come up with it. He flashed across the bag trying to make the catch, and so now Angel Mora picks up the stolen base.
And I believe that hit Mora in the back, which is why the throw never got to second.
Here's the pitch inside. 1 ball, no strike. 2 down. Byron Summerall, the pitcher. Left fielder's playing deep. Pitch inside.
The next pitch underway from Brody Clark, and that's over for a strike. It's 2-1. As there is a runner at second.
Actually, it's Brady Clark. It's the pitcher. I apologize. Fly ball towards center is caught by Jackson Shelton. We'll get this all cleaned up for you. Long fly ball for the 3rd out. And Aroma Park is going to be coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 2nd. 6-0 is our score. North
Leading off the bottom
6-0 is our score here at Rent One Park as Aroma Park comes to the plate here for the 2nd time. Bottom of the 2nd. Greensboro, North Carolina leads this game 6-0. 6 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Aroma Park looking for their first hit. And it's going to be Ty Alderson leading things off. He lines it down the left field line, but it's foul. And just a long strike for Ty Alderson, leading off. Byron Wills hitting 2nd, and then Hunter Wilson will be the 3rd to come to the plate. If anybody gets on, Brody Clark will be hitting cleanup this inning. Here's the pitch from Wesley Cluis, popped up, straight up. Catcher Connor Smith comes back on it. Oh, had it hit on the glove and bounce out as he kind of just lost his footing just a little bit, started to fall back. It hit him right in the palm of the catcher's mitt, couldn't close it up, and that's just strike number 2.
And you know, there's clouds out here, so it's probably not directly, you're not directly staring at the sun, but that light, even as a catcher, because you have that gear on, then you're taking it off. It's just a really tough transition for a catcher to just turn around and make that catch just straight up. And he actually did a really good job just at the very last second, closed his glove. It looked like it just kind of popped out.
It absolutely did. And those pop-ups right above your head are kind of hard to figure out because they tend to float back toward the infield. But new life for Ty Alderson, and takes a couple of pitches for ball and evens the count 2-2.
Yeah, that's one way to get vertigo. Get that high pop up, and you're just turning around looking for it and
start things off that way. Swing and a miss, strikeout. Wesley Cluis gets him on a 75-mile-an-hour fastball for the first out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Some good heat from Cluis.
Now batting
In the steps Byron Wills. the left fielder, where's number 2? Byron hits from the right side. Takes the first pitch right down central for a strike. Wesley Cluess doing a nice job here in the bottom of the second. The pitch is, when I say that, and he one hops it in. Evens it up 1-1.
2 strikeouts for Cluess. That latest coming on that swing and a miss from Alderson.
Cluess's pitch, outside corner, strike 2, 1-2 now.
And Wilson, the catcher, on deck for Aroma Park.
Strike 3. Wesley Cluess picks up his 3rd strikeout of the contest. And that's out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. And Hunter Wilson will be the hitter.
Number 27, Hunter Wilson.
Hunter hits from the right side, the catcher for Aroma Park. Hunter attends Pontiac Township High School, Pontiac, Illinois. Strike 1 to the catcher for Aroma Park. Nobody on with 2 outs. On deck, Brody Clark. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Cluess.
Cluess with a chance to strike out the side here in this second inning.
He's got 3 strikeouts already. Looking for number 4, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, gets the strikeout. Strikeout number 4 overall for Wesley Cluess. And he retires the Aroma Park ball team on 3 strikeouts here in the bottom of the second inning. Greensboro, North Carolina is going to come to the plate to hit as they in the top of the 3rd, and they lead this game 6-0. This is the Colt World Series live from Ritwan Park. Good afternoon to you. It's Dave McKenzie and Danny Vallier here as we are heading to the top of the 3rd inning. Greensboro, North Carolina coming to the plate and made a mistake to start the game. Brody Clark is the pitcher for Aroma Park. Just the way they had it written on our lineup sheet that was given to us, a little deceiving, but I would like to apologize to Mrs. Clark and Mr. Clark and the Clark family.
And the Summeralls, too, since we're...
Thank you to the Summeralls. You got additional mentions. 6-0 is our score for North Carolina over Aroma Park. Aroma Park is going to have, to start things off, it'll be Brody Clark, Rosario Gustali, and Xander McPhail. 7, 8, and 9 hitters to bat here in the bottom of the 3rd as they're looking for their first hit of the ball game. The pitch from Brody Clark is a called strike. 62-mile-an-hour bender from Clark. The 0-1 off the plate evens it up 1-1. It's Quinn Wolford at the plate for North Carolina.
Had a sack hit in that first inning that continued that, what it amounted to be a 5-run rally in the first inning.
Wolford looks out at Clark. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
4 straight strikeouts we've seen from pitchers.
And that's the first out here in the top of the third inning. Joaquin Gordon is the batter on deck. Jordan Saunders.
The first baseman, number 11.
And Gordon had himself a first inning, had a RBI single, then stole second, got to third, and then scored on a wild pitch.
And he bats from the left side. With nobody on, 1 out. Outfield straight away. Curveball misses high for ball 1. Defensively, Byron Willis in left, Jackson Shelton in center, Xander McPhail in right behind Brody Clark. Pitch inside, hit. Oh, actually hit.
Yeah, it looks
Joaquin Gordon.
Looked like it hit him on the inside part.
Defensively, Rosario Guastali at third. Gadboy at short. Weber at second. Alderson at first. And now it's going to be the right fielder, Jordan Saunders. Jordan struck out his first time up back in the first inning. As it appears that Joaquin Gordon's okay over at first base.
Yeah, that
umpire's going to check on him.
Yeah, that ball hit him in the right shoulder, it looked like, or near the elbow. I don't think it hit him directly in the elbow, and coach is just making sure that he can still participate in this game. And it looks like he can.
And he's putting his sliding glove on his left hand.
There you go.
Is that an indicator of something to come? Swing fouled straight back off the catcher's mitt of Hunter Wilson.
Well, Joaquin Gordon did steal second in the first inning, so wouldn't be a surprise if he tries to do that again. Try and get into scoring position for the Greensboro Green, already up 6-0.
Wished I would have thought to put a mitten on my hand when I was playing ball on base. The throw down is not in time. Gordon steals second, just like we were talking about.
And that time he didn't need mittens or any gloves. He actually went in feet first. So another steal for Joaquin Gordon.
Puts himself in scoring position. No balls, 2 strikes to Jordan Saunders at the plate. Jordan, the right fielder, from the right side, looks out at Brody Clark. Clark, pitch, swing, foul tip, foul off the left side of the plate. Keeps the count 0-2. Little bit of a breeze here at Rent One Park. Beautiful day. Southern Illinois has been dealing with 95, 100-degree temperatures for about 3-4 weeks, like a lot of big part of the country, as the pitch is high and away.
It's
1 and 2.
It's that air you can wear weather.
It is. But this weekend, at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to see temperatures in the low 80s. Chance of some rain coming up next couple of days, but today should be rain-free. Another foul at the plate.
Yeah, and that rain, like we mentioned at the beginning yesterday, kind of pushed back some events. We were supposed to have the skills competition last night. We rescheduled for 8 this morning, and it went off very well.
All the managers and the coaching staff for all the teams got together last night, had a meeting with Steve Miller, the tournament director. This ball's hit down the right side. Going out and making the play, first baseman Ty Alderson makes the play, but the runner at second in Gordon tags up and advances to third on the pop out by Jordan Saunders. F3 on the put out, 2 down now. And that's going to allow Connor Smith to come to the plate with a runner at third, just 90 feet away.
Yeah, nice job by Ty Alderson. Did a good job of tracking that ball, just stayed with it.
Got the throw off to third to try to get Gordon. Just a little late.
Good base running there by Joaquin Gordon.
First pitch to Connor Smith stays high. Connor batting for the second time, swings through this pitch. Evens the count now 1-1.
You know, Smith reached on an error. He actually ended the inning when he was caught stealing over in the first inning.
The 1-1 pitch, swing, strike 2. 72 mile an hour off the arm of Brody Clark.
And Aroma Park trying to get out of their first inning without allowing a run. 5 in the first, 1 in the second allowed to North Carolina.
Change up fouled into the stands here to our right.
Ooh, nice catch.
Crowd that's here is tucked kind of up underneath in the shade at Rent One Park. Of course, Rent One Park here in Marion, the former home for the Southern Illinois Miners for 14 years. New ownership at the ballpark. This is their first season. They've done a great job getting everything ready, the staff. And, of course, this week it was announced on Monday night that the city of Marion has extended the Colt World Series contract with Pony Baseball for another 5 years, as that ball's hit sharply foul down the third baseline. Keeps the count 1-2, but this is the 5th season, so 5 more years after this for Pony Baseball here at Rent One.
Yeah, through 2027. So City of Marion really embracing what the Colt League World Series can bring, not just, obviously the economic term, but the international, guests as well.
Ground ball toward third, through for a base hit. It was Clay Gadboy, the shortstop, that dove to stop it from getting into left field, but it's an RBI single for Connor Smith. As he drives home, Joaquin Gordon, it scores from third base. 7-0 score now. Greensboro, North Carolina leads Aroma Park.
Now batting for Greensboro, North Carolina, number 2.
Now it's going to be the left fielder, Nate Billings. It comes to the plate. Nate walked and scored back in the second inning. He was the only run to score for Greensboro in that second inning.
First base, number 18, Gabe Oberg.
Gabe Oberg, the courtesy runner at first for Connor Smith. 1 ball, no strike. Pop up infield. Shortstop Gadboy. Nope, actually second baseman Nate Weber comes in to snag the popper and get the third out here in the top of the third inning. 1 run scores for Greensboro, and they lead Aroma Park 7-0. Stay with us. You're watching the Colt World Series live from Rent One Park.
Number 9, Byron Summerall.
Byron Summerall leads things off for Aroma Park here in the bottom of the third inning. 7 runs, 6 hits for Greensboro. No runs. Aroma Park looking to get their first hit.
Yeah, so far, Cluis has faced the minimum 6. The first batter reached, but they were eliminated on a double play. So he's retired the last 5 batters, the last 3 via strikeout.
Summerall is the designated hitter. Bats from the right side, looks out, takes that one inside. They're going to ask if he went around. He did not, so the count even now 2-2.
And on deck for Aroma Park, it should have been Rosario Gustali, but now it's Kyarius Smith on the on-deck circle for Aroma Park.
And swing and a miss. And a strikeout to start things here in the 3rd inning for Aroma Park, the first out.
Now batting for Aroma Park, Illinois, the left fielder, Kyarius Smith.
Kyarius Smith. Comes to the plate. Where's number 1? Bats from the right side. Key goes to Kankakee High School. Likes the Dodgers. Swings and misses. He evens the count 1-1.
He lives in Illinois and he likes the Dodgers. Interesting.
Yeah, they can't have that. Nobody on with 1 out. 1-1 pitch is squares around a bunt and it comes straight back. Count now 1-2. They're giving Smith the left field line as defensively Nate Billings pulls way over toward the gap. Center fielder Jackson Jones shifted a little to the right, guarding the right field line, but Key Smith strikes out.
5 straight strikeouts for Wesley Cluis. He's been on a roll.
Yes, he has.
The right fielder, number 7.
Sander McPhail comes to the plate for the first time as he bats here in the 3rd inning with 2 down for Aroma Park. And the pitch from Wesley Cluis called strike.
Greensboro has already batted around their lineup twice. This is the first time we've seen the 9th hitter for Aroma Park.
Popped in the air. Right behind the bag at second, Ian McMillan drifts over and makes the catch for the 3rd out. 1-2-3 goes Aroma Park again here in the 3rd inning. And Greensboro, North Carolina continues to lead 7-0, and they come to the plate next. This is the Colt World Series here from Rent One Park. Top of the 4th inning coming up for Greensboro, North Carolina. They're going to have the top of the order. Wesley Cluis, Angel Mora, and Jackson Jones to lead things off. If anybody gets on, Ian McMillan will come to the plate. 7-0 our score. Greensboro has 7 hits as they bat here in the top of the 4th inning. Brody Clark continues to throw for Aroma Park, and the first pitch is a ball. Clark, the left-hander, deals quickly. This one's lifted towards center. Kyarius Smith makes the catch. Actually, that's not Smith in center now. I believe that's Jackson. Let's see here. Can you get that number?
Yeah, Jackson Shelton, number 17.
Shelton, 17, so it's back to Shelton.
Now batting for Greensboro, North Carolina. The second baseman.
There's a lot of subbing in and out. Courtesy runners. Carius Smith is over in left now in place of Byron Wills for Aroma Park defensively. 2 balls, no strikes. To Angel Mora. Fouls that one straight back. Mora is 2 for 2 in the game. He's got an RBI. He scored once, scored the second run of the game for Greensboro, North Carolina. Hits from the right side, the pitch from Clark, a little bit low. 3-1 now. Everybody straight away in the outfield for Aroma Park defensively. Carius Smith in left, Jackson Shelton in center, Xander McPhail in right. Infield at normal depth. Brody Clark looks in, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight back.
It was heading right toward us.
It was.
Thanks, Nep. A gentle breeze in that center field flag here at Rent One Park.
A little bit left to right. Breeze from left field to right field. Brody Clark, the 3-2 pitch. Pop fly toward right. Coming in, McPhail slides and makes the catch. About 15 feet off the right field line for out number 2. Nice job by Xander McPhail to adjust and make the catch.
Yeah, Nate Weber was going out there too, and it could have been ugly, but it looked like McPhail got the call at the very last second, took that slide, and just made a very amazing catch. Nice job, Xander McPhail.
Jackson
Jones, a center fielder for Greensboro, comes to the plate. Jackson takes the first pitch for a strike. Jackson 1 for 2. He singled, had an RBI. He drove in Wesley Cluis in the top of the first inning. Popped up to center his last time up. He fouls this pitch back off the netting below us. Runs a count 0-2 with 2 down, nobody on. Brody Clark seems to have found a bit of a groove here in the third inning.
He's retired the last 3 batters, both in the fly ball variety.
Grounder toward right. Nate Weber fields, throws, was a little tardy getting the ball out of his glove. And with the speed of Jackson Jones, who hit from the left side, he had a quick step out of the box. He's able to beat out the throw. And I think that's going to be an infield single for Jackson Jones, bringing up Ian McMillan here in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, Jones's long strides helped on that as well, but it looked like Weber just couldn't get a grip on the ball. He triple clutched it. You don't see triple clutches almost ever. So he must have had trouble getting that ball out.
So with 2 outs, 1 ball, no strike, pitch inside, and Jackson Jones easily advances to second on the stolen base. Ball was way inside. Ian McMillan at the plate. That pitch taken for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes now.
And now as we sort of said, you saw Brody Clark was in a groove, and right now maybe that small little infield hit from Jackson Jones has taken him off a little bit.
Long fly ball left field. Drifting back. Kai Smith makes the catch in left field for the 3rd and final out. Nice job by Smith as he turned himself around a couple of times, but he adjusts, makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out here in the 4th inning for Greensboro. For the first time, they failed to score in an inning, but they still lead the game 7-0. Aroma Park coming to bat in the bottom of the 4th. here at the Colt World Series from Rentwood Park.
Now pitching for Greensboro, North Carolina, number 10, Trace Hicks.
Aroma Park is going to come to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth inning. New pitcher now for Greensboro, North Carolina. Trace Hicks comes in on relief for Wesley Cluess. What a first outing for Cluess here in this Colt World Series.
Yeah, 3 innings, faced the minimum 9. Did allow that base runner in the first inning. They got erased on the double play and retired every batter that he faced since that. 3 innings, 6 strikeouts for Wesley Cluess. An amazing start for the young man from North Carolina. So he's in line for the win.
Top of the order for Aroma Park. This is only the second time that the leadoff hitter Nate Weber has been able to come to the plate as they went 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3 to start the game. And Weber reached on a walk to start things off for Aroma Park back in the top of the first inning, but he was gunned down on a double play, strike him out, throw him out.
He's the only base runner they've had.
Aroma Park still looking for their first base hit. I don't want to say the N word yet for Greensboro, but it's on the scoreboard, and Weber takes one off the ankle.
Hey, some people are thinking it, but we don't want to do the what they call the announcer's jinx.
Yes.
So Nate Weber's on with a hit by pitch.
Caught him right above the ankle, and he's going to come over to the sideline and kind of rub that one out a little bit. Oh, right below the knees where he's rubbing. He's going to be all right, though. It's going to bring to the plate Jackson Shelton.
Shelton struck out in that first inning against Cluess.
Bats from the right side. Trace Hicks, the pitcher for Carolina, throws the pitch, and it's bunted foul.
And the pitcher, Hicks, another one of those returning starters from the Greensboro Green.
I remember the hair.
Yeah,
from last year.
That's exactly what kind of triggered my memory from yesterday. It's the guy with that long hair.
The right-hander deals. That ball's driven into right field, base hit. Runner in Weber advances to second, and that is the first base hit now for Aroma Park off the bat of Jackson Shelton, sharply hit toward right for a base hit. And Aroma Park has the first 2 runners on here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That's going to bring in Clay Gadboy, the shortstop, to the plate for the second time. Popped out to first his first time up. He's got a runner in scoring position at second in Weber. Drives this one foul to the right side, out of play.
And that hit and run was on, too, because the runner was already off right before that hit got to right field. Now, if they would have got maybe a softer hit or a hit that went, not directly to the outfielder, we would have runners at first and third right now.
Angel Moore, the second baseman for Greensboro, had broke for the bag, anticipating the throw, so it was a big hole on the right side and well executed by Aroma Park, the hit and run, and they've got the first two on here in the top of the fourth inning. Clay Gadboy, the shortstop.
Flew out to right to end the first for Aroma Park.
As Trace Hicks pitch right down the middle. 75 on the gun here at Rent 1. The right-hander wears number 10. We mentioned his hair. He's got fantastic hair.
He's got locks for days.
He does. Looks in. From the stretch, the pitch in the dirt, low. Catcher bobbled it, couldn't come up with it cleanly, and that allows the runners to advance as it was Nate Weber that took off. Quickly, Weber drew the throw to third, and that allowed Jackson Shelton to slip into second behind him. So now both runners are in scoring position.
And this is the best opportunity for Aroma Park all day. First time they've had a runner at third all day.
The pitch from Hicks. Line, fly ball towards center.
That's playable. Third going to go to third, and that's going to allow Weber to score. So the first run for Aroma Park comes on the sacrificed fly from Clay Gadbois, and it's 7-1.
Ball was hit well towards center. It froze the center fielder. He didn't have to take but just a couple of steps. He makes the catch, but
First baseman, number 10.
the RBI
Alderson.
fly out for Gadboy. And that's going to bring up Ty Alderson. Ty struck out his first time up. Hits from the right side. Pitch up and away, or up and in, rather, on Alderson from Trace Hicks. Left fielder Nate Billings is way deep in left for Alderson.
Respecting the power of Alderson. He was in that home run derby this morning. Hit only one, but over in batting practice, he was making some good contact yesterday.
Pulls that pitch foul, evens the count 1-1. Alderson wears number 10. Trace Hicks from the stretch, the pitch. Chopper foul once again for Alderson. Alderson, of course, he's a Chicago Cubs fan. And
I like him already.
Likes English. Plans on going to the University of North Carolina. So Alderson looks out at Trace Hicks. Hicks comes set the pitch. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher, Connor Smith, and that's going to allow Jackson Shelton to advance to third. So Aroma Park having some success offensively here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They got their first hit. They scored their first run.
Yeah, a couple of balls getting away from the catcher in this inning. Think about Nate Weber when he advanced to third. That was a wild pitch.
Yep.
Jackson Shelton has advanced twice on wild pitches. That's why he's at third.
Alderson looks out at Trace Hicks. The pitch popped up infield. Hicks says, somebody come get it. It's going to be Gordon, the first baseman, that comes over and makes the catch. On the pop out by Alderson. F3 on the put out. And now that's 2 down. And it's going to bring to the plate number 2, Byron Wills.
Yeah, Will started the game in left and is now at third.
The third baseman, number 2, Byron Wills.
Will struck out in the second inning. Takes the first pitch from
watch out.
Trace Hicks, and he fouls it off.
Got into the net.
Return all foul balls to the nearest dugout.
7 runs on 8 hits for Greensboro, North Carolina. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 errors from Aroma Park as they bat here in the bottom of the 4th inning. They scored their first run of the game. Runner at third, swing and a miss from Byron Wills.
Yeah, first run and hit here in the 4th.
Count now to Wills is 0-2. Big gap in left center field if he could get it there. Pitch outside. Evens it up 2-2.
And that last pitch at 75 from Trace Hicks. Trying to bring the heat.
Here comes the pitch from Hicks. Hit toward third on the ground, fielded. Throw across is in time for the 3rd out. 5-3 on the put out for the 3rd out. And it's going to be Greensboro, North Carolina coming to the plate. They have the 7-1 lead as we head to the top of the 5th inning here in the first game of this 2022 Colt World Series live from Brent One Park.
Back here at beautiful Rent One Park, start of the 5th inning. Right now it is 7-1 Greensboro. Aroma Park just getting their first run of the ball game. Danny Valle here in the booth along with the voice of the Colt World Series, Dave McKenzie. First pitch on the way to Quinn Wolford is a ball.
Wolford grounded out, struck out his first 2 times up.
And the lefty Clark deals, and there's a smack in the left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Kyarius Smith gobbles it up. And for Quinn Wolford, that is his first hit of the afternoon. Was 0 for 2 prior to that. 0 for 1, had the sacrifice in the first, the strikeout in the 3rd, and now a hit here in the 5th inning.
He's able to turn on that and just drive it sharply into left field.
For Greensboro, North Carolina.
Base hit
First baseman, number 11.
for Quinn Wolford.
Joaquin Gordon.
And here's a busy man. Joaquin Gordon has scored 2 runs. A pickoff move to first. No good there. He's safe. Joaquin Gordon scored in the 1st and the 3rd. Reached on a single in the 1st. Reached on a hit by pitch in the 3rd.
Has 2 stolen bases in the game as well.
He's been using his legs. There's a pitch outside and low. That's a ball. Middle infield back, second base over and just on the edge of the grass at the end of the infield. And that ball way upstairs and inside the throw going towards second. And Joaquin Gordon is in there, or excuse me, Quinn Wolford's in there safely as he advances on the steal.
I tell you what, you got to give credit to Clay Gadboy, the shortstop for Aroma Park. The throw was way on the first base side, and he dove in and was able to catch the throw and tried to get a tag on the runner in Wolford. Wolford gets in there safely, though, and he's at second.
And that pitch to Gordon inside, now 3-0. In any position in 3-0, the manager's going to tell you, don't swing on 3-0. 7-1. Greensboro. That pitch outside. And Gordon will take the 4-pitch walk. So he's been on with a single, a hit by pitch, and now a walk. And that'll bring up Jordan Saunders, the right fielder. Saunders 0 for 2. Made the second out in each of the first and third innings.
The right fielder, number 5.
Another scoring opportunity here for Greensboro, North Carolina, with nobody out, 2 runners on.
The pitch from Clark is in the turf. And that's 1-0. 5 straight pitches have missed the zone for Clark. And trying to maybe get a little bit of a breather here. Delay between the pitch. First and second. Nobody out here in this top half of the 5th. Pickoff move to first, or to second rather. And Wolford's back in there safely. Beautiful day here at Rent One Park. This is just the first game of this Colt World Series. That bunt attempt goes foul on Saunders. That's a strike.
Coming up at 3 o'clock, it's going to be the matchup of 2 international teams as Mexico is going to face Germany. 3 o'clock, around 3 o'clock will be first pitch.
All the way from Nuevo León, Monterrey.
You say that well.
It helps growing up Spanish. There's a bunt up the middle, gobbled up by Clark. He throws to first in time. Runner contends he was safe, but he was out by a step. That advances Wolford over to the third. That's the first out of this inning.
And Joaquin Gordon winds up at second. Nice play by the pitcher to get to it, get the throw off quickly. He did beat the runner by a step, but now 2 runners are in scoring position in second and third in Wolford and Gordon.
And now here's Connor Smith to step up to the dish, the catcher for Greensboro. And he smacks the first pitch, sends it into right center field. That's going to get down, and that's going to get into center field. 1 run scores. Here comes another, and it's a 2-run double for Connor Smith. And it's a 9-1 lead for the Greensboro Green.
Driven into the gap in right center field as Jackson Shelton and Xander McPhail came together. And the throw gets it in, but it was the speed on the bases and a 2 RBI stand-up double for Connor Smith. Just blows this game wide open. 9-1 now, Greensboro with the 8-run lead.
And the interesting part of that is, this whole game, it's been a game of singles and sacrifices and stolen bases. That was the first extra base hit of this entire ball game, that double, that 2-run double from Connor Smith. And it looks like they're going to make a pitching change. So
Brody Clark makes his way toward the dugout to our right, gets a nice round of applause from the fans.
And it looks like number 9 for Aroma Park. And we'll get that name for you in just a moment.
Byron Summerall now is number 9.
Didn't we write him as the pitcher earlier?
Yeah. Well, I can scratch through Brody Clark, and I can erase the line I drew through Byron's.
All right, we'll let them warm up. We'll take a short break, and we're back with the rest of the action at the top of the 5th. It is 9-1 Greensboro here at the 2022 Colt World Series from Rent One Park in Marion. Back here at Rent One Park, Game 1 of the 2022 Colt World Series. Danny Valle in the booth with Dave McKenzie. And Dave, a bevy of changes going on.
As we have a new pitcher now for Aroma Park. It's going to be Byron Wills. It's going to come to the mound, and he'll pitch for Aroma Park. Jackson Shelton, who was in center, is making the shift over to third base. And now Byron Summerall will play center field. Those are the three changes that we have here with one out in this top of the fifth inning.
Now playing center field, number 9, Byron Summerall.
Yeah, and Summerall was originally the DH, so the DH is out. Byron Wills started the game in left, then switched to third. Now he's the pitcher, so he will stay in the fifth spot in the lineup. And he will face Nate Billings. And Billings skies one in the infield, playable, and it's the third baseman to grab that one. And it is Jackson Shelton, who just came into the game, or I should say just switched to third base.
Nice job by Wills to give way to Shelton. That ball was kind of in no man's land between the pitcher's mound and third. Wills went over to make a play if needed, but as you're supposed to, Shelton calls him off, makes the catch, 2 down now with the runner at second base, and Trace Hicks is the batter for Greensboro.
And the first pitch from Wills to Hicks is outside. 9 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Greensboro. 1 hit, 1 run, 2 errors for Aroma Park. A runner at second for Greensboro. That is Connor Smith, just fresh off the 2-run double that prompted the pitching change. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count, 2 out. The next offering by Wills. And that's outside. On deck, Angel Mora for Greensboro.
And Aroma Park showing a lot of respect to Trace Hicks as the outfield is playing deep.
And Hicks hits a ground ball over to second. Should be an easy play. And it is so. That'll go a 4-3 from Weber over to Alderson. That ends the top half of the fifth. Bottom half coming up. Aroma Park trying to respond. It's 9-1 Greensboro here from Rent One Park in Marion, home of the 2022 Colt World Series.
Cold soda, popcorn, and pulled pork sandwiches. Get them while they come.
Back with you at Rent One Park. Bottom of the fifth inning, Aroma Park down 9-1 to Greensboro. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube stream. We'll be here all tournament. Here from Rent One Park. We'll have another game. We'll have 2 more games tonight. Next game happening at 3 p.m. Monterrey, Mexico versus Paderborn, Germany. And then our nightcap tonight, Southern Illinois versus the Covina Blue out of Covina, California.
6 o'clock tonight. We'll will be the official opening ceremonies of the tournament.
And the first pitch from Trace Hicks is a strike to Hunter Wilson. Wilson, the catcher, struck out in the second to end the second. An offering by Hicks, foul tip, strike 2.
That pitch fooled him as he just kind of flopped the bat out there. It was way off the plate. Well, probably about 6-8 inches, and he was fooled.
It was an awkward swing for sure. Here's Hicks delivering. Tries to get the backdoor breaking ball at 62, but just missed.
Connor Smith, the catcher, framed it there for the home plate umpire. Didn't get the call.
Jeff Cross says, nah, do better, man. And another offering from Hicks on the way. And it's outside, upstairs.
They're giving Hunter Wilson left center field. Center fielder Jackson Jones shifted to the right side of second.
Hicks fires inside, upstairs. Count is full. Winner of this game will move on to face the host team Marion in the nightcap tomorrow night. And the loser of this game will play the loser of Game 3, which is the game between Mexico and Germany. And that pitch misses, and it's a walk for Aroma Park. Hunter Wilson will get on.
It's the second inning in a row that the leadoff hitter has reached base. In the fourth, it was Nate Weber that was hit by a pitch. He wound up scoring the only run of the game for Aroma Park.
Yeah, Aroma Park has had the leadoff man on 3 times now in this game. Think about that first inning, and then that double play happened, and Wesley Cluis just continued to be dominant as Byron Summerall, first to DH, now a center fielder, takes a strike. Byron Summerall wearing number 9. Hicks fires. Up the middle. 6-4. Safe.
Nice job. The speed of Summerall is what allowed him to reach base because it was a good turn at second. Nice pivot and just not in time on the throw. The put out will go 4-6 on Hunter Wilson. And then it'll be Summerall reaching on the fielder's choice.
So Summerall on first. Like you mentioned, that speed really the difference because that ball was hit directly to short. It was a tailor-made double play. Summerall's legs just helped him out there.
I mean, it was a hard-hit ground ball. It was it should have been 2, but it was the speed at Summerall that gave him the base.
And now the next batter for Aroma Park is Eli Kramer, who just came in for Kairia Smith, and he grounds out to second.
3-1 on that put out for the second out, and it was Trace Hicks that came over to the bag to cover. His first baseman Gordon kind of got pulled to his right, and Trace Hicks did a little toe tap over at first trying to find the bag, but he touches it in time for the second out.
Now batting for Aroma Park, right fielder number 18, Chase Stein.
Chase Stein, the batter.
Chase Stein wearing number 16 as that one misses outside, ball 1. More changes as we get later into this game. Runner at second is Summerall. 9-1 North Carolina. There's a little ground ball to second. Playable. And he'll throw to first for the out. That's 4-3 goes Stein. And that ends the inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Dave McKenzie will take us the rest of the way here at Rent One Park in Marion, home of the 2022 Colt World Series.
Now playing left field for Aroma Park, Illinois, number 12, Daniel Rudowski. Now playing right field for Aroma Park, Illinois, number 8, Kyrie Sykes.
Top of the 6th inning here at Ritwan Park, Game 1 of this Colt World Series. Greensboro, North Carolina leads 9-1. Couple of defensive changes now for Aroma Park. In right field, it's going to be Kyrie Sykes. Kyrie wears number 6, and Daniel Rudowski plays left field defensively. And batting for Greensboro, leading off, is going to be number 13, Angel Mora. Angel has reached 2 out of 3 times here, or Sykes is number 8. Let me correct that. But Mora has reached 2 out of the 3 times as he bats here in the 6th inning. Drives this in the air toward left, but there, of course, when you come in a game, the ball finds you. Daniel Rudowski makes the catch for the out.
Isn't that the rule? Like if you come into a game, the first ball, the first out that you make, it's going to come to you.
Absolutely.
It always happens whenever you come into the game or when you make an error, you know that play comes to you.
Absolutely. Rudowski makes the catch for out number 1. And now it's going to be Jackson Jones, the center fielder for Greensboro. Jackson bats from the left side of the plate. Used his speed to reach back in the 1st inning as he was able to leg out a single.
And his speed and his strides. He's a very tall guy and a very nice kid, too.
On the mound, Byron Wills looks in. The 1-0 pitch, way inside, barely misses Jackson. He spins away.
It was kind of like a corkscrew there, just trying to get out of the way of that pitch.
2 balls, no strikes.
We've had a couple of hit by pitches in this game, 1 on each side.
Oh, just missed. A little bit low. Count now 3-0. So Wills wanted that one. Jackson Jones looks out, takes the pitch for a strike.
A good pitch by Wills.
It's 3 balls and 1 strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. With 1 down. Off the plate as Jackson Jones picks up the walk.
And Jackson Jones has reached base 3 times today, twice on a single, and now once on a walk. He stole a base in the 4th whenever he reached on the single, so watch out for Jackson Jones to be active on the base paths here.
Ian McMillan digs in from the right side now for Greensboro. He singled in the 1st and scored. He popped out to center. He's popped out to left. Bats for the 4th time. The pitch is bounced in, and that allows Jackson Jones to take the bag at 2nd on the wild pitch from Byron Wills.
And right on cue, he was already running as the pitch was going, got a really good jump, and that ball went all the way to the backstop. I think if Jones would have seen that ball go all the way, we would have gotten a chance to see him at 3rd, but I think the safe move is to stay at 2nd with the score up 9-1.
You don't want to make the 2nd out at 3rd base.
Right.
Pitch is taken inside for a ball to Ian McMillan. Ian hits from the right side. Attends Jordan Matthews High School, Siler City, North Carolina. Trey Turner's his favorite ball player.
Respect. I like that.
This is his 2nd year at the Colt World Series as he bats here facing a 3-0 count from Byron Wills. The pitch from Wills bounces that one in, and Now Ian McMillan has reached base for the second time after the walk.
And back-to-back walks for Wills, who had came into the inning in the last inning in relief.
Number 15, Quinn Wolford.
Quinn Wolford is the batter now. Quinn grounded out, struck out, singled back in, and scored in the 5th inning. He bats here in the 6th with 2 runners on as the throw back to second's not in time. The runner, Jackson Jones, got a big lead and had to dive back in head first. He gets the hand in safely. And a nice throw from Wills on the attempt. Here's the pitch from Wills. In the dirt for a ball, blocked nicely, but the throw down to third is off the mark as Jackson Jones takes third and comes around and, scores.
Yeah, there was a drop ball at home plate, and then he tried to throw to third as Jackson slid into third, and then it got away from Jackson. That allowed an opening for him to go home and score the 10th run for Greensboro. That's a strike from Wills to Quinn Wolford, who scored in the 5th after reaching on a single and stole second.
1 ball, no strikes. Oh, man, hard hit toward left. Diving catch at short. Clay Gadboy lays out, makes the catch for out number 2, and that's a highlight defensive play here in this 6th inning for Aroma Park.
Man, and Quinn Wolford hit it right on the screws. That was taking it to left field, but Clay Gadbois ranging to his right, making a nice sliding catch. Good effort, good defense.
Joaquin Gordon is going to be the batter now for Greensboro. Joaquin singled, hit by pitch, picked up a walk. He scored all 3 times. He's reached base and he swings through pitch number 1. And the count now 0-1. Ian McMillan, the runner at second. He's in scoring position.
Maybe that play will give Wills a little bit more of a breather now with 2 outs.
Greensboro really wants to pick up another run here because that ball's driven into right base hit. That is going to give Greensboro their 11th run of the game. The ball's bobbled out in right field, and now Joaquin Gordon, winds up at second on the RBI single, takes second on the throw. Base hit RBI for Joaquin Gordon as McMillan scores. And so what does that 11th run mean? The 11-1 score means that if Greensboro can hold Aroma Park scoreless in the bottom of the inning, that would be a final. The 10-run rule is now batting for Greensboro, North Carolina is going to be number 3, Isaac Marley. Marley pinch hitting for Jordan Saunders.
And right now, Wills kind of just walking around the mound. And now he'll get set.
So the runner in scoring position at second, that is Gordon. Pitch driven towards center. It's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third is Gordon as he's going to score easily. And it's now 12-1. Greensboro, North Carolina over this Aroma Park squad.
And that you can credit to Jordan Saunders.
Pinch hitting for Greensboro, North Carolina. Number 21, Jackson.
It's Isaac Marley that picks up the RBI as he was pinch hitting for Saunders. And now Connor Smith, number 21 now, Jackson Rippey comes to the plate to pinch hit for Connor Smith. Jackson Rippey, R-I-P-P-Y, bats from the right side. Has Isaac Marley, the runner at first, in front of him. With 2 outs, the first pitch from Byron Wills called strike 1.
And that one painted the edge a little bit.
12 runs, 11 hits for Greensboro, North Carolina. 1 run, 1 hit, 4 errors in the ballgame from Aroma Park. Wills throws to first, not in time.
You know, and I was talking to manager Adam Gunn of Greensboro, and, you know, one of the things he was concerned about was if this offense would wake up, and I think it's safe to say they have woken up.
Yes, they have.
And taken a Red Bull or something.
And they've done a nice job keeping Aroma Park in check here in this opening game. Game number 2 of the tournament will start a little bit after 3 o'clock. And that is going to feature Team Mexico against Team Germany.
And a big rip by Rippey and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Outfield, straight away and deep in left and right.
Second base at the edge of the grass over in the infield.
Byron Wills looks in from the stretch. The pitch, pop foul. That's going to get out of play. Of course, here at the Colt World Series, the fans get involved by taking foul balls to their nearest dugout.
Do they still give away those Culver's tokens?
I think they may.
I'll have to check on that. I saw those laying around over there in Steve Miller's office,
See
and I
if
know
you
he
can
don't
snag one of those.
And I don't think he uses them all himself.
As the ball gets away from the catcher, Hunter Wilson. And that allows the runner at first in Isaac Marley to take second on the pass ball. Jackson Rippey is the batter. Jackson wears number 21 for Greensboro.
A big cut and a miss.
And the swing and the miss for the 3rd out. Greensboro, North Carolina needs to hold down the offense of Aroma Park as they try to close out this game in the bottom of the 6th inning. For Aroma Park, it's going to be the top of the order as they come to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. 12-1 is our score here at the Colt World Series, live from Rent One Park.
Now pitching for Greensboro, North Carolina, number 14, Tate Andrews.
Top of the order for Aroma Park as they bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They need 2 runs to keep this game going to the 7th inning as it's 12-1 Greensboro, North Carolina with the 11-run lead. It's top of the order. Nate Weber, Jackson Shelton, and Clay Gadboy scheduled to bat. Nate Weber, who has reached base twice. He was walked back in the first, was raced in a double play, and then reached in the 4th after being hit on the left knee. He bats here with nobody out. And Aroma Park needs runners and runs to keep the game alive.
And this is a good time to remind folks, this is a double elimination tournament, so Aroma Park will play again eventually. They'll play in Game 6. That'll be at noon, or if the result stays 12-1, they would play tomorrow at 12. And if Greensboro holds on, they will play Marion in tomorrow night's nightcap.
2 balls and 1 strike. New pitcher for Greensboro is Tate Andrews, and that pitch just misses from Andrews. The count now 3-1. Of course, Marion, a year ago, there were no international teams that played in this Colt World Series last year, of course, because of COVID, but Marion was the champion. They beat the team from Texas last year 7-1 in the championship game, and it'll be their first appearance here in the tournament. Coming up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is, guess what? Nate Weber reaches base again after drawing the walk from Tate Andrews.
You know, Nate Weber technically hasn't had an at-bat today. He's walked twice and was hit by a pitch.
Over.
Yeah.
But over.
But OBP 1,000.
Yes, that's true. That's true. Analytics. 12-1 is our score.
There's your analytics.
That's all that matters. Is what that scoreboard says. 12 runs, 11 hits for Greensboro. 1 run, 1 hit for Aroma Park. Tate Andrews, the right-hander, front works from the stretch. The pitch fouled, as a nice job from Jackson Shelton just to flip the bat out there and foul it off.
And the hit and run was on. Weber was running on the pitch, and Shelton getting a piece of that went foul. So that'll send Weber back to first.
Outfield straight away. Slight breeze, a little bit left to right here at Rentwood Park. The pitch popped up right side, heading toward foul territory. Is it going to get the seats? It does. As Joaquin Gordon gave chase from first. Right fielder Isaac Marley, who came in to pinch hit in the top of the inning. He's in right field. He gave chase as well. He returns to his spot in right field. Jackson Shelton struck out, reached on a single back in the 4th inning. Bats in the 6th, hits it, went into the right field, base hit. As the runner in Nate Weber round second, heads to third. And runners now at the corners after Jackson Shelton, the base hit to right. Aroma Park needs 2 runs to extend this ball game. Clay Gadboy, the shortstop. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Popped out to first in the 1st inning. And he popped out to center in the 4th. And stolen base from Shelton.
And it looked like there may have been some miscommunication. The catcher was looking to throw to second, and the pitcher intercepted the ball, and then he lunged. Then he looked toward third as if he was going to throw there.
So 2 runners are in scoring position, which is exactly what Aroma Park wants. A little base hit could score 2.
And that would extend it for at least another inning.
It would. Playing even with the bag at first and third defensively. They want to cut down that runner at the plate. With nobody out, the 0-2 pitch hits Gadboy, and now bases are loaded for Aroma Park after the hit by pitch. And the catcher, Connor Smith, wants to go out and talk to the new pitcher, Tate Andrews. Probably says to him, come on now, we got a 2-run lead. So defensively now for Greensboro, North Carolina, they're going to stay even with the bag, maybe even a couple of steps in front at the corners. Up the middle, they're going to play at double play depth. They want 2. As there's nobody out, they'll give up 1 run.
Yeah, throw goes home.
The pitch from Tate Andrews misses for ball 1.
Yeah, the middle infielders playing up, corner infielders playing in. I should say third base just off the line.
And the batter, Ty Alderson, takes a pitch right down the middle. 76-mile-an-hour fastball from Tate Andrews. Runs the count 0-2 with nobody out. 12-1 is our score as we're batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning from Aroma Park. Alderson looks out. The pitch off the plate, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Bases are juiced. It's Weber at third. Shelton at second. Gadboy at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And Alderson strikes out for the first out. He went down swinging.
Looked like he got a piece of the ball, and it looked like he was going to go for the dirt, but the catcher's glove just there in time to get that grab or that strikeout.
Byron Wills comes to the plate. RBI opportunity here to try to keep Aroma Park in this game.
And the pitcher, Andrews, trying to stay away. Maybe that hit by pitch has taken some confidence from his inside game.
There's a huge gap in right center field, and that's looked like where Wills was wanting to go, toward right.
And another pitch away.
Seems like he's pitching against his defense. You would want to throw inside, try to get him to pull that ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ooh, slow curve for a strike, 1-2.
Somehow finds the attic.
Byron Wills has struck out, grounded out. 0 for 2 in the contest, but a great opportunity here with the bases loaded. Swings through and strikes out. Out number 2. You got to give credit to Tate Andrews, who the first 3 runners were able to reach. But he gets the strikeout of Ty Alderson, gets the strikeout of Byron Wills.
And you know, the 2 of the 3 batters that reach really were based off control. He walked the first guy, single from Shelton. Then the third guy missed on that hit by pitch. And then these last 2, outs coming off strikeouts. Looks like Andrews may have gotten a little bit of more grip of his control.
This ball's popped up. Could be the 3rd and final out. Ian McMillan back, shades the eyes, makes the catch. And that is the ball game, as it is Greensboro, North Carolina. They beat Aroma Park 12-1, 12 runs on 11 hits, no errors for Greensboro, North Carolina. So now Greensboro is going to advance, as we talked about. Danny mentioned it earlier, play tomorrow night as they will take on the team from Marion, Illinois at 8 o'clock tomorrow night here at Riverland Park. Good ball game by Greensboro. I'm sure that the coach, Adam Gunn, is going to be happy with his team's performance.
And I think he's going to be pleasantly surprised just on how awake this offense got. We mentioned it at the beginning of the broadcast. Last week they played that 3-game series against a Pennsylvania team that was really bringing it to them. It was really could have been anyone's game, and it was the offense that really wasn't coming through that weekend. They obviously got through fine and got to the Colt World Series, but today really just a breath of fresh air for Adam Gunn, and I think this is some momentum that Greensboro would like to have as they get set to meet the defending champions tomorrow night.
Greensboro, North Carolina picks up win number 1 after they knock off Aroma Park here 12-1. Coming up next, it is going to be our first international matchup, as it will be the team from Monterrey, Mexico, taking on Paderborn, Germany. And that will be a little bit after 3 o'clock here at Riverland Park. We'll have all the coverage. Danny will join me once again as we get set for the second game here at this 2022 Colt World Series. Greensboro beats Aroma Park 12-1. Thank you for watching. It's Colt World Series action live from Ritwan Park in Marion, Illinois.